5 Years of Productivity Hacks. Learn it all in just 47 minutes. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Introduction. What if I told you that the way you've been working, hustling harder, pushing longer hours, is the very thing holding you back from true productivity? That's right. The path to success isn't about working more, it's about mastering what matters most. And the secret? It only takes 47 minutes to learn what could save you 5 years of trial, error, and wasted effort. In the next 47 minutes, you're going to unlock the exact techniques that have transformed entrepreneurs, professionals, and high achievers worldwide. Techniques that could very well be the difference between staying overwhelmed and finally breaking through to the life and success you've been chasing. This isn't just another productivity book, it's your shortcut to mastering time, focus, and efficiency. In today's fast-paced world, time is your most valuable asset, and this book will teach you how to wield it like a pro. Think about it. What if, by the end of this audiobook, you could achieve in a single day what used to take you an entire week? What if you could effortlessly cross off your most important tasks, all while feeling more in control, less stressed, and finally ahead of the game? I know what it's like to feel stuck, buried under endless to-do lists, always wondering why working harder never seems to deliver the results you hoped for. But I also know that there's a better way, and that's why you're here. You're ready to stop the cycle of frustration and start making real progress toward your goals. This book was designed for people just like you. People who want to get more out of life, not by grinding endlessly, but by working smarter. People who are tired of wasting time on distractions and busy work and are ready to focus on what truly matters. In the next 47 minutes, you'll learn the same strategies that took me, and many others, 5 years to perfect. Strategies that, once implemented, can revolutionize the way you work and live. I'm here to guide you through these tested, proven hacks. You won't just hear about theories or vague advice, you'll discover real, actionable steps that you can start using today. Whether you're a professional juggling tight deadlines, an entrepreneur building your dream, or simply someone seeking to reclaim their time and energy, this audiobook is your roadmap to getting there. As we dive in, keep this in mind: every minute you spend mastering these productivity techniques brings you closer to more time for the things that matter most to you. More time for your family, your passions, your dreams. It's not about doing more, it's about doing the right things, in the right way. Now, let's get started. Your time is precious, and I promise you, this journey will be worth every second. As the famous quote by Bruce Lee goes, "It is not a daily increase, but a daily decrease. Hack away at the unessential." Today you begin hacking away at everything unessential in your life and work. And that, my friend, is where true productivity begins. We've observed that 65% of our viewers haven't yet subscribed to our channel. We invite you to support us by clicking the subscribe button and liking this video and comment below. Your encouragement inspires us to continue creating valuable content for you. Thank you for being a part of our community and fueling our passion for sharing insights and knowledge. It's time to make that decision. Are you ready to uncover the hidden path to abundance? Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Productivity Myth. Why working harder isn't the answer. We've all experienced it. That relentless cycle of working around the clock, pushing from sunrise to sunset, and yet, somehow, it feels like progress is just out of reach. You cross one task off your list, only to see 3 more take its place. It's like you're sinking in a sea of endless to-dos with no rescue in sight. The pressure to hustle harder, stay longer, and sacrifice rest, it's downright draining. But here's the hard truth: working harder isn't the answer. We've been conditioned to believe that productivity means burning the candle at both ends. Society glorifies the idea of the hustle, that if you just put in more hours, more sweat, more effort, you'll eventually break through and achieve success. But the reality is, more work doesn't always mean more progress. In fact, it can often mean the opposite. You might be busy, but are you truly productive? The productivity myth has been ingrained in our minds for so long that it's almost hard to let go of. But once you do, the doors to a completely different way of working and living begin to open. Here's the thing about working harder: it doesn't account for the most critical factor in productivity: focus. You can spend 12 hours at your desk, but if most of those hours are filled with distractions, low-priority tasks, and mindless busy work, it's no wonder you feel like you're getting nowhere. Consider this: would you rather spend 12 hours grinding away, feeling exhausted and unfulfilled by the end of it, or work for 4 hours with laser focus on high-impact tasks that move you closer to your goals. Most people would choose the latter, but they don't know how to break the cycle of overwork and overwhelm. The first step to escaping this cycle is understanding that productivity isn't about how much you do, it's about what you do. It's about leveraging your time to work on the things that truly matter and letting go of the rest. It's time to stop thinking about how many hours you work and start thinking about the value you're creating in that time. This isn't just theory, it's something high achievers know and practice every day. They're not focused on doing more, they're focused on doing what matters most. Once you make this mindset shift, the path to true productivity becomes clearer. You start to prioritize the tasks that have the highest impact, you stop sweating the small stuff, and you find ways to optimize and streamline everything else. Here's the bottom line. Productivity is about efficiency, not effort. It's about finding ways to get the most important things done in the least amount of time. That's where the hacks in this book come in. They are designed to help you eliminate unnecessary work, reduce wasted time, and focus your energy where it matters most. In the chapters ahead, you'll discover actionable techniques to transform how you approach your work and your time. We'll break down proven strategies like the 80-20 rule, time blocking, and automation that will allow you to accomplish more by doing less. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Before we dive into those techniques, let's start by reprogramming your thinking. Every time you sit down to work, ask yourself this question. What's the one thing I can do today that will make everything else easier or irrelevant? This question shifts your focus from doing more to doing what matters. It forces you to prioritize high-impact tasks and helps eliminate distractions. Your time is your most valuable resource. The next 47 minutes you invest in this book will unlock 5 years of productivity wisdom. You'll walk away with a new perspective, ready to cut through the noise and reclaim control over your work and your life. It all starts with letting go of the productivity myth. Chapter 2. The 80-20 Rule. How to do more by doing less. Imagine this, you're sitting at your desk with a long to-do list in front of you. It feels overwhelming. You're trying to figure out where to start, but everything seems important. So you start tackling the tasks that seem the easiest to knock off. Maybe answering a few emails or organizing your workspace. But by the end of the day, despite staying busy, you haven't made any meaningful progress toward your biggest goals. Sound familiar? That's where the 80-20 rule comes in, and it can be a game changer. What is the 80-20 rule? The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, states that roughly 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. This principle applies to almost everything in life: business, work, relationships, and even hobbies. It's about identifying and focusing on the small percentage of tasks that deliver the biggest results. Think about your day at work. Maybe you spend a lot of time answering emails, attending meetings, or working on minor tasks. But when you look closely, you might realize that just a few critical actions, like finishing a key project or making a big decision, are what actually move the needle forward. That's the 20%. The 80-20 rule isn't just a productivity hack, it's a lens through which you can view all aspects of your life and career. The trick is to recognize which 20% of your tasks create the most value and focus your energy there. Applying the 80-20 rule to your work. Now let's get practical. How can you apply this principle to your work today? Here's a step-by-step process. 1. List your tasks. Start by making a list of everything you do on a typical day or week. Don't hold back. Write down every meeting, every email, every errand. 2. Identify the high-impact activities. Now, ask yourself, which of these tasks contribute most to my goals? These are the tasks that generate the most value or move you closer to your big-picture objectives. These will likely be your 20% tasks. 3. Eliminate or delegate the rest. Look at the remaining 80% of tasks. Which ones can be delegated, postponed, or eliminated altogether? Remember, staying busy doesn't mean you're productive. Once you've identified the 20% of tasks that drive the most results, your next step is to reallocate your time and focus there. It's not about doing more work, it's about doing the right work. How the 80-20 rule increases productivity. The beauty of the 80-20 rule is that it helps you optimize your energy and attention. Instead of trying to do everything, you focus on what matters. By eliminating or minimizing low-value tasks, you'll find that you have more time and mental clarity for the high-impact work. Think about a day when you've been incredibly productive. What did you do differently? Chances are, you spent more time working on a key task that had a clear outcome. That's the 80-20 rule in action. It's not magic, it's about ruthless prioritization. The result? You'll be able to achieve more in less time, freeing up space in your day for creativity, rest, or even tackling new challenges. This rule is the key to becoming not just productive, but profoundly effective. Let's take a look at how some of the world's most successful individuals use the 80-20 rule. Warren Buffett. As one of the most successful investors of all time, Buffett famously says that he focuses on just a few key investment decisions each year. He doesn't spread himself thin across hundreds of stocks. Instead, he identifies a few high-value investments and sticks with them. That's his 20%. Steve Jobs. When Jobs returned to Apple in 1997, one of his first decisions was to drastically reduce the number of products the company offered. He realized that Apple's energy was scattered across too many projects. By cutting the product line down to just a few core offerings, Jobs and his team were able to focus their efforts, resulting in the creation of the iPhone, which became one of the company's most successful products. The key takeaway: focus on the few things that generate the most results, and you'll see massive improvements in your productivity. Your action plan for today. Ready to start applying the 80-20 rule? Here's a quick action plan to put this concept into practice. 1. Review your to-do list. Take a hard look at your current tasks. Which of these are driving the most results? Which are merely keeping you busy? 2. Focus on the big wins. Commit to spending more time on the high-impact activities that deliver the greatest results. 3. Let go of the rest. Don't be afraid to let go of the low-value tasks. If they don't significantly contribute to your goals, they don't deserve your time and energy. By incorporating the 80-20 rule into your daily routine, you can start doing less, but achieving more. It's all about smart focus and prioritization, and it's the first step toward mastering productivity. You don't need to work harder, you just need to work smarter. Chapter 3. Time blocking. Mastering the clock instead of fighting it. Do you ever feel like your day is running away from you? You start with good intentions, a list of tasks, and a plan to get it all done. But somehow, the day slips through your fingers. Emails pile up, unexpected meetings pop up, and before you know it, it's the end of the day, and you barely made a dent in your to-do list. That's the chaos of an unstructured day. The good news? There's a simple yet powerful technique that can help you regain control of your time. Time blocking. What is time blocking? Time blocking is a productivity method where you break your day into blocks of time. Each block is dedicated to a specific task or group of tasks. Instead of multitasking or bouncing from one thing to another, you focus solely on the task assigned to each block. Here's why it works. By dedicating blocks of time to specific tasks, you eliminate distractions and create clear boundaries for your work. You know exactly what you're doing and when you're doing it. No more guessing. No more wasting time figuring out what to work on next. Think of time blocking as creating a schedule for your attention. You decide in advance how you're going to spend your time, which means you're less likely to get derailed by distractions or low-priority tasks. How to start time blocking. Starting with time blocking is easier than you think. It only requires a little bit of planning up front, but the benefits are enormous. Here's how to get started. 1. List your tasks. Start by identifying all the tasks you need to complete for the day. This could be work-related tasks, personal errands, meetings, or even time for relaxation and breaks. The key is to list everything. 2. Group similar tasks. Some tasks, like responding to emails or attending meetings, can be grouped together. This helps create a more streamlined schedule and reduces mental switching between unrelated tasks. 3. Assign time blocks. Once you've listed your tasks, assign a specific time block for each. It could be a 30-minute block to answer emails, a 90-minute block to work on a project, or a 15-minute block for a quick break. 4. Stick to the schedule. The most important part of time blocking is sticking to the plan. When the time block begins, focus solely on that task. When the block ends, move on to the next task, even if you haven't finished. You can always schedule another block later to complete it. By dedicating focused time to each task, you'll find yourself working more efficiently and getting more done in less time. Why time blocking works. The science behind time blocking is simple. Focused work leads to better results. When you focus on one task at a time, without distractions, you enter a state of flow, a mental state where you're fully immersed in the task at hand. This is where your best work happens. Here's the truth. Multitasking is a productivity killer. When you try to do multiple things at once, whether that's answering emails while working on a report, or checking social media in the middle of a meeting, you're not giving any task your full attention. As a result, everything takes longer, and the quality of your work suffers. Time blocking forces you to focus. It trains your brain to concentrate on one task at a time, which ultimately leads to higher quality work and faster completion times. Time blocking isn't just for CEOs or productivity gurus. Anyone can benefit from this method. Let's look at a few examples of how time blocking has transformed the lives of busy professionals. Elon Musk. The CEO of Tesla and SpaceX is known for his relentless focus and efficiency. Musk uses time blocking to manage his day, breaking his schedule down into 5-minute intervals. By assigning specific tasks to each block, Musk ensures that every minute of his day is accounted for, allowing him to juggle multiple high-stakes responsibilities. Bill Gates. Microsoft's co-founder uses time blocking to maximize his focus on important tasks. Gates is known for scheduling his time meticulously, ensuring that he dedicates blocks of uninterrupted time to deep work, innovation, and strategic thinking. These examples show that time blocking isn't just about managing time, it's about managing focus and energy. When you block your time, you create space to focus on what matters most. One of the most underrated benefits of time blocking is that it helps you create work-life balance. By scheduling everything, including personal time, you can ensure that your day is balanced and that you're not neglecting important areas of your life. Block time for your work, but also block time for family, exercise, and self-care. When you create space in your schedule for personal time, you're less likely to burn out. And when you're working, you'll find that you're more focused because you've already accounted for the other important parts of your life. Your time blocking action plan. Here's how you can start time blocking today. 1. Plan your day the night before. Before you go to bed, take 10 minutes to review your schedule for the next day. Identify your top priorities and block time for them. 2. Start small. If you're new to time blocking, start with just a few blocks in your day. You don't need to plan every minute. Start with 1 or 2 blocks for your most important tasks and build from there. 3. Use a digital calendar. Tools like Google Calendar or Outlook are perfect for time blocking. Set reminders for each block, and don't be afraid to adjust your schedule as needed. 4. Protect your time. During your time blocks, treat them as sacred. Turn off notifications, close unnecessary tabs, and focus solely on the task at hand. By incorporating time blocking into your routine, you'll be able to take control of your time and create a schedule that allows you to work efficiently without feeling overwhelmed. Chapter 4. The 2-minute rule. Beating procrastination one small task at a time. Procrastination is one of the biggest enemies of productivity. We all know the feeling. You have something important to do, but you just can't seem to get started. Maybe it's a task that feels overwhelming or one that you simply don't enjoy. Instead of tackling it, you push it off, telling yourself you'll get to it later. But here's the truth. Later rarely comes, and the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to get started. So how do you beat procrastination and make progress without feeling overwhelmed? Enter the 2-minute rule, a technique that is as simple as it is powerful. What is the 2-minute rule? The 2-minute rule is a productivity hack developed by David Allen, the author of Getting Things Done. The rule is simple. If a task will take less than 2 minutes to complete, do it immediately. Don't add it to a list. Don't overthink it. Just do it. This technique helps you eliminate small tasks that can pile up over time, creating a sense of overwhelm. By knocking out these quick tasks as soon as they arise, you free up mental space for bigger, more important work. But the 2-minute rule doesn't stop there. It also works as a powerful tool for beating procrastination on larger tasks. The 2-minute trick to overcome procrastination. Here's the real magic of the 2-minute rule. Even when you're facing a big, daunting task that will take more than 2 minutes, you can still use this rule to break through procrastination. Start by committing to just 2 minutes of work. That's it. Tell yourself, I'm only going to work on this for 2 minutes, and then I can stop if I want to. The goal is to lower the barrier to starting. 2 minutes is so short that it feels achievable, even when the task itself feels overwhelming. Here's what happens when you do this more often than not. Once you start working on something, you'll find yourself continuing past the 2-minute mark. That's because the hardest part of any task is just getting started. Once you're in motion, it's easier to keep going. It's a psychological trick, but it works. By focusing on the first 2 minutes, you overcome the inertia of procrastination and build momentum. Why the 2-minute rule works. The science behind the 2-minute rule is rooted in behavioral psychology. Our brains tend to resist tasks that seem large, complex, or time-consuming. But when a task is small and easy, like something that can be done in 2 minutes or less, it doesn't trigger the same resistance. Here's why this is important. Getting started on a task, even in a small way, shifts your brain from resistance to action. Once you start, your brain recognizes that the task isn't as daunting as it seemed, and you're more likely to keep going. This is known as the Zeigarnik effect, which states that people are more likely to complete tasks they've already started. Once you begin something, your brain wants to see it through to the end. The 2-minute rule takes advantage of this effect, turning your procrastination into action. Using the 2-minute rule in your daily life. Now that you understand how the 2-minute rule works, let's talk about how you can use it to maximize your productivity. 1. Clear the small tasks quickly. Throughout your day, you'll come across tasks that can be completed in 2 minutes or less: sending a quick email, organizing your desk, replying to a text message. Instead of putting these tasks off, do them immediately. This prevents small tasks from piling up and taking mental energy. 2. Break larger tasks into smaller steps. If you're facing a bigger project, break it down into bite-sized pieces. Then, commit to spending just 2 minutes on the first step. For example, if you need to write a report, tell yourself you'll only spend 2 minutes outlining the first section. After that, you can stop if you want, but chances are, you'll keep going. 3. Use 2 minutes to build new habits. Want to start a new habit like exercising or reading more? Start with just 2 minutes. For example, if your goal is to exercise regularly, commit to just 2 minutes of stretching or light movement. Once you get started, you may find yourself wanting to do more. But even if you only spend 2 minutes, you've made progress. One of the greatest benefits of the 2-minute rule is that it helps you build momentum. Productivity thrives on momentum. Once you start crossing off small tasks, you gain a sense of accomplishment that fuels your motivation to keep going. This concept is often referred to as the progress principle. The idea that small wins, like completing a task, give us a sense of progress and encourage us to keep moving forward. By using the 2-minute rule, you're constantly generating these small wins, which builds momentum throughout your day. Many people have used the 2-minute rule to transform their productivity. Here are a few examples. James Clear, the author of Atomic Habits, emphasizes the power of small habits to create lasting change. He encourages readers to start with tiny actions, like 2 minutes of reading or exercise, to build new habits that stick. David Allen, who popularized the 2-minute rule, uses it in his own life to stay organized and prevent small tasks from cluttering his schedule. By addressing tasks immediately, Allen keeps his focus on the bigger, more important work. These examples show that even the most successful people rely on small, consistent actions to achieve big results, and you can do the same. Your 2-minute action plan. Ready to put the 2-minute rule into practice? Here's how to get started. 1. Identify quick wins. As you go through your day, pay attention to tasks that can be completed in 2 minutes or less. These are your quick wins. Knock them out as soon as they come up. 2. Use the 2-minute trick to start bigger tasks. When you're faced with a larger task, commit to just 2 minutes of work. Once you've started, let the momentum carry you forward. 3. Celebrate small wins. Every time you complete a task, no matter how small, celebrate the win. Recognize that each small task brings you one step closer to your goals. By incorporating the 2-minute rule into your daily routine, you'll not only defeat procrastination, but you'll also create a steady stream of progress that fuels your productivity. Chapter 5. The Power of Automation. Let technology do the work for you. Picture this: you start your day ready to tackle your most important tasks, But before you know it, you're caught up in mundane, repetitive work. Maybe you're answering the same types of emails over and over, updating spreadsheets, or scheduling meetings. These small tasks eat away at your time and mental energy, leaving you little space to focus on what really matters. But what if I told you that many of these tasks could be done for you, automatically? Imagine having systems in place that handle the repetitive, low-impact tasks so you can direct your focus and energy toward more meaningful work. This is where automation comes in. Automation isn't just a tech buzzword, it's a powerful tool that can revolutionize the way you work. It's about letting technology take care of the busy work so you can focus on what only you can do. What is automation? At its core, automation is the process of using technology to perform tasks or processes with minimal human intervention. The goal is to set up systems that run on their own, so you don't have to manually handle every small detail. You're likely already using automation in your daily life without even realizing it. For example, email filters that automatically sort your inbox, calendar invites that schedule reminders and meetings, recurring payments that handle your bills without you lifting a finger. But automation can go much deeper than that. When used strategically, automation can take on a significant portion of your daily workload, freeing up hours of your time. The beauty of automation is that it handles the tasks that drain your time and mental energy, things that need to get done, but don't necessarily require your direct involvement. These are the low-impact, repetitive tasks that are essential, but don't contribute to your biggest goals. By automating these tasks, you free yourself to focus on the high-impact activities that truly move the needle. You get more done, and you avoid burnout by letting technology do the heavy lifting. Think of automation as your virtual assistant. It takes care of the repetitive stuff, so you can focus on being creative, strategic, and productive. How to automate your work. You don't need to be a tech expert to start automating parts of your workday. Here's a step-by-step guide to help you begin. 1. Identify repetitive tasks. Start by making a list of the tasks you perform regularly. These might include sending follow-up emails, managing your calendar and scheduling, data entry or managing spreadsheets, social media posting or content scheduling, repetitive customer inquiries or FAQs. Once you have a list, ask yourself, which of these tasks could be automated or streamlined? 2. Choose the right tools. The next step is to find the right tools to automate these tasks. Here are some examples. Email automation. Use tools like Gmail filters or apps like MailChimp or ConvertKit to automate responses. Organize your inbox, or send follow-up emails automatically. Calendar automation. Tools like Calendly or Google Calendar can handle scheduling and reminders without the back and forth. Project management automation. Apps like Asana, Trello, or Monday.com allow you to automate task assignments, progress tracking, and deadline reminders. Social media automation. Tools like Hootsuite or Buffer allow you to schedule social media posts in advance, automatically posting them at optimal times. Customer service automation. Chatbots and tools like Zendesk can handle frequently asked questions, offering instant replies to common inquiries. 3. Set up and test your systems. Once you've chosen the tools, take the time to set up and test your automation systems. It might require some initial investment in time, but the payoff will be huge in terms of saved hours and increased productivity. 4. Monitor and adjust. Automation is not a set-it-and-forget-it solution. It's important to periodically review your systems to ensure they're running smoothly and adjust them as needed. As your workflow evolves, your automation tools should evolve with you. Let's look at how successful people and businesses use automation to streamline their work. Tim Ferriss, author of The 4-Hour Workweek, is a huge advocate of automation. He uses email autoresponders, virtual assistants, and automated systems to minimize his involvement in day-to-day operations. This allows him to focus on high-level strategy and creative work. Many small business owners use automation to scale their operations. For example, e-commerce businesses often use automated email sequences to follow up with customers, nurture leads, and upsell products, without needing to send a single manual email. In large companies, automation tools like Zapier or Microsoft Power Automate are often used to integrate apps and automate workflows across departments, saving hundreds of hours by reducing manual work. Automation is about working smarter, not harder. It's about leveraging technology to take care of the things that don't require your creativity, intellect, or personal touch, so you can focus on what does. Common automation tools for productivity. Here are some of the most popular tools that can help you get started with automation. 1. Zapier. This is one of the most powerful automation tools available, allowing you to connect different apps and services to automate workflows. For example, you can use Zapier to automatically save email attachments to Google Drive or to post content across social media platforms without lifting a finger. 2. IFTTT. If this, then that. IFTTT is a simple automation tool that allows you to create recipes for automating tasks. For example, you can set up a recipe to automatically save your Instagram photos to Dropbox, or send you a text reminder when it's about to rain. 3. Calendly. Calendly takes the hassle out of scheduling meetings by letting people book time on your calendar without the back-and-forth emails. You can set your availability and let the app handle the rest. 4. Trello or Asana. These project management tools allow you to automate task assignments, notifications, and due date reminders so you can focus on getting things done instead of managing to-do lists. By using these tools strategically, you'll be able to free up hours of your time every week, allowing you to focus on the work that matters most. Your automation action plan. Ready to start automating your work? Here's a quick action plan to get you started. 1. Identify tasks to automate. Look at your daily routine and identify the repetitive tasks that could be automated. 2. Choose your tools. Based on the tasks you want to automate, choose the right tools from the list above or explore others that fit your needs. 3. Set up your automations. Take the time to set up and test your automation systems. Start with simple automations and gradually build more complex ones as you get comfortable with the tools. 4. Monitor and refine. Regularly review your automation systems to ensure they're working smoothly and making your life easier. By automating the low-impact, repetitive tasks in your day, you'll free up time and energy to focus on the things that truly matter, allowing you to work smarter, not harder. Chapter 6. Deep Work. Harnessing focus to achieve more in less time. We live in a world filled with distractions. From constant notifications to the lure of social media, staying focused has become harder than ever. But amidst this noise, there's a powerful technique that top performers across industries swear by: deep work. Deep work isn't just about working hard, it's about working with intense focus on tasks that require your full cognitive effort. When you master deep work, you unlock the ability to produce high-quality results in a fraction of the time it takes when you're distracted. This chapter will show you how to harness the power of deep work to achieve more, faster, and with greater impact. What is deep work? Deep work is a concept popularized by Cal Newport in his book Deep Work: Rules for Focused Success in a Distracted World. Newport defines deep work as the ability to focus without distraction on a task that is both demanding and valuable. It's the opposite of shallow work, things like answering emails, attending meetings, or scrolling through social media. Shallow work might make you feel busy, but it doesn't produce the kind of results that move you forward in a meaningful way. In contrast, deep work is all about focus and intensity. It's where you produce your best ideas, solve complex problems, and achieve breakthroughs. Why deep work matters. In today's hyper-connected world, deep work is becoming increasingly rare. Most people are constantly distracted, jumping from task to task without giving any one thing their full attention. But this fragmentation of focus comes at a cost, both to productivity and creativity. Deep work matters because it's where your highest value output comes from. Whether you're writing, designing, coding, or strategizing, deep work allows you to tap into your full cognitive abilities. It's where your brain operates at its peak performance, and it's where you make the most significant progress toward your goals. Imagine being able to complete a project in half the time simply by working in a distraction-free, focused state. That's the power of deep work. How to cultivate deep work in your routine. Creating the conditions for deep work requires deliberate effort, but the rewards are immense. Here's how you can start incorporating deep work into your daily routine. 1. Schedule deep work blocks. Just like you would schedule a meeting or an important call, block out time in your calendar for deep work. During these blocks, you'll focus solely on high-impact tasks that require deep concentration. Aim for 60 to 90 minutes of uninterrupted work. Research shows that this time frame is ideal for sustaining intense focus without burning out. 2. Eliminate distractions. During your deep work sessions, remove anything that could pull your attention away. This means turning off notifications, closing irrelevant tabs, and putting your phone out of reach. The fewer distractions you have, the easier it will be to maintain focus. 3. Create a focus-friendly environment. Design your workspace to minimize distractions. This might mean working in a quiet room, using noise-canceling headphones, or playing ambient music. Your environment should support, not hinder, your ability to focus. 4. Set clear objectives. Before you begin your deep work session, set a specific goal. What do you want to accomplish in this block of time? Having a clear target will keep you focused and prevent your mind from wandering. 5. Track your progress. At the end of each deep work session, take a moment to review what you've accomplished. Tracking your progress reinforces the benefits of deep work and motivates you to keep going. Deep work is not just a productivity hack, it's rooted in science. Here's how it works. 1. Cognitive load. Your brain can only handle a certain amount of information at once. When you're multitasking or distracted, your cognitive load increases, which reduces your ability to think deeply or solve complex problems. Deep work reduces cognitive load by allowing you to focus on one task at a time, which enhances problem solving and creativity. 2. Flow state. Deep work helps you enter a state of flow, a psychological state where you're fully immersed in the task at hand. In flow, time seems to fly by, and you're able to produce your best work effortlessly. Flow is where peak performance happens, and deep work is one of the most effective ways to get there. 3. Myelin and skill development. Deep work also plays a key role in developing expertise. When you focus intensely on a task, your brain forms new connections by adding layers of myelin, the fatty tissue that insulates neurons and speeds up signal transmission. The more deep work you do, the more myelin you build, and the better you become at your craft. Many of the world's most successful people use deep work to achieve extraordinary results. Let's take a look at a few examples. Bill Gates. Gates famously took think weeks, where he would retreat to a secluded cabin to spend uninterrupted time reading, thinking, and planning for Microsoft's future. These weeks of deep work were crucial to Gates' ability to steer the company toward innovation and growth. J.K. Rowling. When writing the final Harry Potter book, Rowling checked into a hotel for extended periods to escape distractions. She knew that deep focus was essential to completing such a demanding project, and isolating herself allowed her to produce her best work. Carl Jung. The famous psychologist would retreat to a tower in the woods to write and think in solitude. Jung believed that his most profound insights came from these periods of deep, uninterrupted thought. These examples show that deep work is not reserved for certain industries or roles. Whether you're a writer, an entrepreneur, or a creative professional, deep work can dramatically improve your output and the quality of your work. To make deep work a consistent part of your routine, consider creating a deep work ritual, a set of habits that signal to your brain that it's time to focus. Here's how to create your own deep work ritual. 1. Set a start time. Decide in advance when your deep work session will begin. Having a regular time for deep work helps you build the habit and ensures you protect time for focused work. 2. Prepare your environment. Before your session starts, clear your desk, eliminate distractions, and get everything you need in place. This preparation creates a mental shift, signaling that it's time to focus. 3. Use a focus trigger. A focus trigger is something that helps you transition into deep work mode. It could be as simple as putting on a specific playlist or using a particular app to block distractions. This ritual helps condition your brain to enter a focused state more easily. 4. Take breaks. After each deep work session, take a short break to recharge. Even 5 to 10 minutes of walking, stretching, or stepping outside can help refresh your mind and prepare you for the next block of work. Your deep work action plan. Ready to incorporate deep work into your daily routine? Here's how to get started. 1. Schedule your first deep work block. Choose a time tomorrow when you'll dedicate 60 to 90 minutes to deep work. Mark it on your calendar and treat it as a non-negotiable appointment. 2. Eliminate distractions. During your deep work session, turn off all notifications and remove distractions from your workspace. 3. Set a clear goal. Before you start your session, decide exactly what you want to accomplish. This clarity will keep you focused and on track. 4. Track your results. At the end of your deep work session, review what you accomplished. Over time, you'll notice that your productivity and the quality of your work increase as you continue practicing deep work. Chapter 7. The Productivity Master Plan. your personalized strategy for long-term success. By now, you've learned some of the most powerful productivity hacks that took years to master. You've discovered how to prioritize tasks with the 80-20 rule, how to block time to focus, how to beat procrastination with the 2-minute rule, and how to automate the busy work. You've also explored the deep work approach to focus without distractions. But the real magic happens when you combine these strategies into a cohesive, long-term plan. This final chapter is about creating your productivity master plan, a personalized strategy that incorporates the techniques you've learned and tailors them to your life and work. It's not about doing more, it's about creating a system that ensures you're always doing what matters most, efficiently and effectively. Step 1. Identify your top priorities. Before you can build your master plan, you need to be crystal clear on your priorities. This goes beyond your daily to-do list. It's about identifying the big picture goals that matter most in your life and work. These are the things that, when accomplished, will create the most significant impact. Here's how to start. 1. List your long-term goals. Take a moment to write down your top 3 to 5 long-term goals. These could be career milestones, personal achievements, or lifestyle changes you want to make over the next few years. 2. Break them down. Once you have your long-term goals, break them down into smaller, actionable steps. These steps will form the basis of your daily and weekly tasks. 3. Prioritize. Apply the 80-20 rule to your goals. Identify the 20% of tasks that will generate 80% of the results. These are the tasks you'll focus on in your daily work. When you have clarity on your top priorities, you'll be able to direct your time and energy toward what truly matters, avoiding the trap of getting bogged down in busy work. Step 2. Create a time-blocking schedule. The next step is to create a schedule that reflects your priorities. Time blocking is the key to ensuring that you're allocating your time efficiently. 1. Block time for high-impact tasks. Using the tasks you identified in Step 1, block out specific times in your day to focus on them. These should be your top priority activities, the ones that contribute the most to your long-term goals. Try to block at least 60 to 90 minutes for deep work on these tasks. 2. Block time for routine and administrative tasks. You still need to handle daily administrative tasks, but with time blocking, you can limit how much time these take. For example, block 30 minutes for emails in the morning and another 30 minutes in the afternoon, rather than checking your inbox throughout the day. 3. Include breaks and personal time. To avoid burnout, schedule regular breaks, meals, and personal time into your day. This ensures that you stay refreshed and maintain your energy for focused work. Step 3. Automate the repetitive tasks. We've covered the power of automation in Chapter 5, but now it's time to integrate it into your overall strategy. Here's how to streamline your work further. 1. Automate simple tasks. Set up tools like email filters, social media schedulers, and task management systems to handle repetitive tasks automatically. 2. Use technology to handle routine work. For example, if you spend time each week posting content on social media, use tools like Buffer or Hootsuite to automate posts in advance. 3. Delegate when possible. If automation isn't an option, consider delegating routine tasks to others. Whether you have a team or hire a virtual assistant, delegating tasks frees you up to focus on high-impact activities. By automating and delegating repetitive work, you'll free up time to focus on your most important tasks, without getting sidetracked by low-value activities. Step 4. Implement the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule is your secret weapon for handling quick tasks and defeating procrastination. 1. Deal with small tasks immediately. For tasks that take less than 2 minutes, do them right away instead of adding them to your to-do list. This clears your mental space and keeps you from getting bogged down by small things. 2. Start large tasks with 2 minutes. For bigger projects that seem overwhelming, use the 2-minute rule to start. Tell yourself you only need to work on the task for 2 minutes. Once you've started, you'll often find the momentum to keep going. Incorporating the 2-minute rule into your master plan helps you stay on top of small tasks while also breaking the cycle of procrastination on larger projects. Step 5. Build deep work into your routine. Now, it's time to solidify deep work as part of your daily practice. This is where the real progress happens. 1. Schedule deep work sessions. Make sure to block out 60 to 90 minutes each day for deep work. During these sessions, focus entirely on high-impact tasks without distractions. 2. Create a deep work environment. Set up your workspace to minimize distractions during deep work periods. This might involve using noise-canceling headphones, turning off notifications, or finding a quiet space to work. 3. Track your progress. Keep a log of what you accomplished during your deep work sessions. This will help you measure your progress and refine your deep work strategy over time. Step 6. Review and adjust your plan. Your productivity master plan isn't set in stone. It's a flexible framework that should evolve as your priorities and workload change. Here's how to keep it relevant. 1. Weekly reviews. At the end of each week, review what you accomplished and where you spent your time. Did you stay focused on your top priorities, what worked well, and what could be improved? 2. Adjust your schedule. Based on your weekly review, make adjustments to your time blocks, deep work sessions, and automation strategies. The goal is to continuously optimize your workflow. 3. Stay agile. Life and work are constantly changing, so don't be afraid to adjust your master plan as needed. The key is to maintain focus on your high-impact tasks while staying flexible enough to adapt to new challenges. The final element of your productivity master plan is consistency. Productivity isn't about a one-time burst of effort, it's about consistently applying the techniques you've learned over time. By making small, consistent improvements each day, you'll experience exponential growth in your output and efficiency. Remember, the real power lies in applying these strategies regularly. Your master plan is designed to help you work smarter, stay focused, and achieve your long-term goals, without the stress and overwhelm of trying to do everything at once. Your action plan for long-term success. Here's how you can put your productivity master plan into action starting today. 1. Set your priorities. Identify the top 3 to 5 goals that matter most to you, and break them down into actionable steps. 2. Block your time. Use time blocking to structure your day, making sure to dedicate time for deep work, routine tasks, and personal breaks. 3. Automate and delegate. Automate the repetitive tasks in your day, and delegate, when possible, to free up more time for high-value work. 4. Use the 2-minute rule. Deal with small tasks immediately, and use the 2-minute rule to break procrastination on larger projects. 5. Commit to deep work. Schedule daily deep work sessions, eliminate distractions, and track your progress to stay focused on your most important tasks. 6. Review and adjust. At the end of each week, review your progress and adjust your plan as needed to stay on track with your goals. By following these steps, you'll create a personalized productivity system that not only helps you achieve more but also ensures that you're focusing on the work that matters most. This is your roadmap to lasting success, your productivity master plan. Final words. You now hold the keys to a more productive, focused, and fulfilling life. The strategies and techniques you've learned in this book aren't just tools, they are a gateway to reclaiming your time, achieving your biggest goals, and living with intention. Remember, productivity isn't about doing everything, it's about doing the things that matter most. As you move forward, trust in the systems you've built. Let them guide you, but also be flexible, adjust, evolve, and adapt as your goals grow and change. Your journey doesn't end here. This is only the beginning. Continue to refine your process, commit to consistent action, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. You've unlocked the secrets that took years to master in just 47 minutes. Now it's time to put them to use and unlock your full potential. The best is yet to come. Take care and be well.